So 2012 is ending.
Which I know on account of Club Nintendo just sent me a new calendar.
And I'd like to make a video about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. And that is end of year disappointment. Here's how it was for me. Christmas would pass and I'd realize I had not met my New Year's resolutions. I would realize that I was not going to sell a novel that year. I would look around the internet and I would see people eating awesome food and selling screenplays for $1 billion. And I would go back to the microwave and have my second helping of depression burger. We hear beautiful stories about artists being plucked from obscurity. It's normal for our brains to look around and go,
that doesn't appear to be happening for me.
But I think what we don't realize is that until those artists had that moment, they had no idea that things were going to turn out well. I am a full-time novelist, but maybe just to drive the point home here, I would like to take you to a couple of the places where I worked. Okay, so in 2009 I was about to get married and the economy was really bad and I could not find any kind of job. So I signed up to be a test subject in a clinical drug study, staying in a kind of hospital hotel with like 50 other guys. There's no starving artist romance in wearing cancer pain patches. Okay, and also I worked at this bookstore that shall not be named, and I was making $6 an hour, and one day a lady came in with one of those baby slings, you know what I mean? Those things that come across. And this lady was like, hey, do you sell books about raccoons? I think we do have books about raccoons. Oh good, because I need a book about raccoons as a pet. It was at that point that her baby sling hissed at me, and a tiny raccoon paw emerged. And that is just how it works. Every creative person I know or admire worked some kind of day job first. Rhett and Link were engineers. John Green was a hospital chaplain. R.L. Stine worked for a soda bottle cap magazine. Ed Bassmaster delivered flowers. And along the way, we're learning things that we don't even know that we're learning. If Stephen King had not been a high school janitor, we would never have gotten Carrie. If J.K. Rowling had never had clinical depression, we would have never gotten the Dementors. This book that I eventually sold, it had a character who was really stuck in a quarantine zone with people who might be psychopaths. I did not have that experience myself in this drug study. It wasn't that bad. But when I was in there, I thought, if I did find out these people were crazy, how would I escape? In its own sand a floor, paint a fence way, life itself is like the ultimate Mr. Miyagi. And so you have to be courageous. You know what I really think courage is? I think courage is the philosophy of non-denial. I think courage is a clear-eyed reckoning of the fact that life is difficult and frightening and that progress is unromantic and slow and secret. I'm very much an aspiring YouTuber. I have no idea whether people are going to hate these videos that I make. Right now, I get to make my living as a novelist, but every sentence I write is a moment of vulnerability and also at the same time feeling kind of like beautifully reckless. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're ashamed of things being hard or taking a long time or being lonely, what you're really saying is that you're ashamed of being human. And buddy, ain't nobody here but us chickens.
Thanks for watching.
One of the main characters in my next novel is a high school quarterback. So I've been spending time with the Bridgeport High School football team.